Welcome, my name is Jocelyn and today we are doing a palette bingo. I know that I used to call these palette roulette, but it seems like just about everybody else calls them palette bingo, so for consistency's sake, we're gonna go ahead and start calling these palette bingo. I hope that's okay. It also does sound a little bit more catchy. Palette roulette, palette bingo. Instead of choosing the palette myself this time, I did leave it up to you guys. On my Instagram, I posted 2 different palette choices. Both of these palettes are fairly new to my collection, and I actually don't know which one was chosen. I haven't looked at it in a couple hours, but the 2 options are the Natasha Denona Gold palette and my customized Lethal Cosmetics palette. So last time I looked, they were almost 50-50. Originally, this one was leading, and then they were tied, and then this one was leading, but I think the last time I looked, this one was leading. So we're gonna see which one is winning as of now, and that's the one that I'm gonna go with. But because these have been so close the entire time, I think I am going to end up doing a palette bingo on both of these at some point. We're just doing one today, we'll do the other one next. But before we choose which palette we're gonna be using, let me just tell you real quick what palette bingo is. Essentially, what palette bingo is a way to get creative with your eyeshadow looks. So you random number generate using Google, typically 4 or 5 or however many shadows you want out of your palette, and those are the shades you have to use to create an eye look on your eyelid. As we go along, it'll make more sense if you're not familiar with this series, but I'm really excited. We've got very different options here, so let's see what people chose. Moment of truth. Are we gonna go for a very colorful look, or are we gonna go for a more natural look? Oh my gosh. Oh, that is totally upside down. Hold on. Look at that. 50-50. What am I supposed to do with that? Out of 48 votes, we're 50-50. That is wildly unhelpful. Hello, if you have not voted on my last poll, it is currently 50-50, and I'm sitting down to film this video right now, so please go vote for which palette you think I should use in palette bingo, and your vote is probably going to be the one that sways me to use one over the other, so go vote. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and wait and see if somebody votes, and that's the palette we're gonna use today. I was a little bit worried that that was gonna happen because they were so close, and sure enough, hopefully we won't have to wait too long. While we're waiting, I did already put down all of my foundation products. I do not have highlight on, I do have my brows on, so all we're missing is eye products, including eyeliner, obviously, lip products, and highlight. All right, the votes are in. We're doing Lethal Cosmetics. We're going colorful today. Here is what we're working with. This is my customized Lethal Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, so I picked out all of these shades and again customized a palette for myself. So we have a ton of different colors in here, not really any neutrals. I mean, this dark brownish purplish shade, I guess you could count as a neutral. That one, I guess you could kind of count as a neutral, but we got some purples, we got some greens, we got some peachy tones, some purpley cranberry tones. We have so much in there. So this will be definitely very fun. We will put Natasha to the side for now, but I will be using her. Maybe if there's time today, I'll break her out and do a palette bingo with her. But for now, we're sticking with this beautiful little creation right here. So there are 12 shades in this palette. So I have pulled up Google's random number generator, and we are gonna generate our first shade. I always start with 4 and then decide if I wanna add one more in there depending on what the shades look like. So I'm actually really excited to do this because this is there's no way that this won't be colorful. There's no way, I don't think. So we are going to generate 10. All right, so our first shade, number 10. I'm starting with this shade and going over, so there's 4, 8, 9, 10. Well, a neutral shade right off the bat. Hey, you know what? It's a matte shade, so I guess we can be grateful for that. Let me try and pop this out so I can oh, I just dug my finger into it, no. I have a tool that I think I can use to pop the shade out. Yep, well that was so much easier. So this is the first shade we have chosen. It is this deep chocolatey brown shade, but I think it also has a hint of purple in it. Pop it back down, give her a swatch. Yeah, it's definitely got almost like a rusty purple undertone to it. So there is shade number 1. Again, this is the shade Imago, I-M-A-G-O. So there's shade number 1. It is shade number 10 in the palette. Decent first shade. Let's generate the next one. 9. Well, alrighty then. So 9 is this shade right here, the one right before 10, obviously. I actually don't think I've used this one. This is one of the ones that in my original package came broken. This is the shade Nymph. This is a really pretty icy color. At the very least, this could be used as an inner corner highlight or a brow bone highlight, perhaps. It's gonna be kind of hard to see because it's a very shimmery shade, but there is Nymph right there. All right, so we will generate, really? 10, 9, and 8. 10, 9, and 8. Okay, well, I mean, it's a different shade, so okay, but all right. All right, so this is the shade Rocket Fuel. It is this one, so this was 10, 9, and then 8 right there, Rocket Fuel. This is a gray shade. So there is Rocket Fuel. So now we have Rocket Fuel, Nymph, and Imago or Imago. Boom. What the heck? We already had 9. 2, okay. Well, alrighty then. 2 is 1, 2. So we do have another matte shade. It is a bright coral shade. I have no idea how that's gonna go. This is the shade Remission. All right, so now we have Remission. So we have Remission, Rocket Fuel, Nymph, and Imago or Imago. Now, question is, do we choose one more? Probably, because this shade I'll probably end up just using as an inner corner highlight, I think. That one I could use all over the lid. These two I could use in the transition and outer corner. I mean, one more shade could be a lot, you know? Do I risk it? I risk it every time. Let's go ahead and just do it for this time too. All right, boom. Shade number 5. Alrighty then. That is one of the shades that I was like, ooh, wonder what it'd be like to get that one. Shade number 5. So we have 4, 5, the deep green in here. Okay, this is gonna be very, fudge, I keep stabbing these shadows on accident. Okay, the deep forest green is the shade Habitat. That silver shade is really throwing a wrench in my game. All right, so, cause like, I mean, if we took out that one shade, standard eye look, but that silver is just so odd. In conclusion, we have Habitat, Remission, Rocket Fuel, Nymph, and Imago. Again, I don't know if that's a hard or soft G. Those are our shades. So we have 3 matte shades, 2 shimmer shades. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with this. It's a lot of color, but no color combos that I was expecting or anticipating. So, All right, I'm gonna go ahead and think about this and then we'll just get started. All right, I have zoomed you in. My eyelids are already prepped. They are primed. The primer has been set. I have decided kind of what I'm gonna do here. I thought about doing some kind of cut crease or halo eye, but I just don't think it would work well. So I'm gonna do my standard. We're gonna buff the lightest matte shade in the crease, which is gonna be this shade right here, Remission. And then I think I'm gonna put, maybe I'll put Imago on top of it to darken it up, and then maybe I'll put just the green shade along the bottom lash line. Oh man, I just feel like these 2 shades do not go together. I thought I had an idea of what I wanted, and then I remembered that there was this shade. We're gonna go ahead and start with the lightest transition shade on top. I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush. This is the Sephora Pro Crease brush, number 10. We are going to dip into that shade right there, Remission. I'm kind of thinking about doing something. Yeah, okay, I think I might try and do a bit of a halo eye. It could be quite dangerous and turn out horribly, but we're gonna give it a go. Okay, so we do have that first transition shade on, and I think it's looking decent enough. We are going to now go into Imago, the dark brownish, purpley-ish sort of shade. And I'm going to take, this is a Morphe M433 brush. It's just a smaller blending brush, more compact, we are going to dip into Imago, and I'm going to start working it into the outer corner, up a little bit into the crease, and then also in the inner corner. I might need actually a smaller brush for the inner corner because I don't got a lot of space right there. There is a lot of kickback in these Lethal Cosmetics matte shades, so just in case you're curious, I don't really see any fallout on my face, but in the pan there is quite a bit of kickback. Okay, and then we'll take this little tiny brush. This is a little tiny blending brush from Morphe. This is part of their All I Want collection. And then we're gonna take it right in the inner corner. I am getting a little bit of fallout from this shade, as you can probably see. Do I add the green shade to the edges of where I just blended and then put Rocket Fuel in the middle, and then also put maybe that first shade we put down, this one right here, Remission, all over the bottom lash line? Or do we just put, like, leave it kind of like this and put Rocket Fuel right in the middle, and then the green shade, is that Habitat? Yeah, Habitat all over the bottom lash line. I think I want to brighten up the lower lash line with the shade Remission, and I want to put Habitat right on the edges on top. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah. We're gonna take that same brush that I just used to pick up the shade Imago. This is looking really well so far. Very happy with it. At any point though, it could go wrong. Might have to put some concealer down. Probably gonna have to put some concealer down. Okay, take a blending brush to it real fast. Just make sure everything's kind of blended. Wipe away some of that fallout. Now, the middle of my eye. So I have two choices. I put some concealer down, or I just plop that Rocket shade right on top. I think that I want to try and just put that Rocket shade right on there. Oh, or do I? Nope. We're gonna try the concealer trick, and it could make or break us. I need some tiny brushes. All right, I got lots of tiny brushes to help us out. I think we're gonna try to use the regular old Naked Palette brush. So it's the dual-ended one, the flat side. I'm gonna take a bit of bareMinerals concealer. This is the one that I recently purchased during the VIB sale and actually have been liking. I've been liking it. I think I need to try it with a different powder because right now it looks a little bit crepey. We're gonna pick a little bit off of the doe foot. I act like I know what I'm doing. I don't. I'm gonna bring the mirror a little bit closer because this is dangerous work. I think I want it right. All right, so now I gotta bring it up to there. And I don't want, okay, this is too much. It's too much product. I don't want too much. The thing about stuff like this is you can't be afraid. The makeup can sense your fear. I didn't hesitate too much, I just kind of did it. We were looking a little bit funky, but that's okay. Kind of go over it one more time, make sure it's nice and smooth. And then, moment of truth, we are going to take, I think, this. Yeah, no, this. Yeah, we're gonna take this. This is the Morphe M421 brush. We are going to wet it because we want this shade to be poppin'. We're gonna pick up Rocket Fuel. We're just gonna put it down where we put that concealer. Okay, we just do it. I don't know. I don't know how much I'm liking this. We were on such a roll. I'm gonna take my finger and go into that Rocket Fuel and kind of pop it on top. Ooh, that worked a little bit better. Well, I'm not totally loving that, but we haven't done the last step of the halo eye shenanigans yet. We are going to take the shade that we use to blend all of those deep shades. We're gonna dip into Habitat, the green shade again, and we're gonna blend it on the edge of Rocket Fuel. Tis helping quite a bit. And then I think I'm gonna take the fluffier Morphe brush. I'm gonna dip into Remission, which is the bright coral shade. And I'm gonna take it right at the top of Rocket Fuel right there. Bring back some of that bright orange and blend just the top of that shimmer. Yep. And then back into the smaller fluffy Morphe brush into Imago, the dark brown, and we're gonna blend that right on top. I will say that these matte shades are blending beautifully. Okay. That actually looks pretty cool. I actually really like that. All right. It always looks so weird when you first do the halo, and then once you blend the matte shades into the sides and the top, it always just comes together a lot better. Okay, now we have the under eyes. I'm gonna take one of the Dose of Colors brushes that come in the little Dose of Color palettes, and we're gonna take the fluffy side because this side is just perfect for the under eye. And we're gonna take that bright Remission shade, that is the corally color, and we're gonna pop that all along that lower, ooh, wait. I don't think I want eyeliner, but before I put the lower lash line color on, I am gonna take the pointed side of this brush, and I'm gonna take the shade Imago, again, the dark brown color, and I'm going to trace this right along the upper lash line just to give me a little bit of darkness there. I've been doing this a lot during the work week just because I don't want to wear eyeliner, but I want a little something to make my eyelashes look big. Okay, back to the fluffy side of this brush. We're going to pick up Remission. Okay, so we've got a lot of that down, and question is, do I want the green or the... I think I'm gonna stick with Imago and pop a little bit of that on the outer part of my lower lash line just to deepen it up a little bit. And I think I'm also going to take this little small detail brush, and I'm going to pick up that shade Habitat, the green one, and I want to just make sure that that shade's very visible around the outsides of Rocket Fuel, because I actually really like the way that that looks. We'll just add a little tiny bit here. God, this green is so good. It's such a pigmented green. You don't lose that color. It doesn't muddy up with any of the shades that I used. The green is just green. It's still there. And finally, let's just bring a nice blend. Oh, and then I almost forgot our last shade, the shade Nymph, I think. Yeah, Nymph. We need to pop that in the inner corner. We're gonna take this Morphe M169 brush. We are going to wet it because dry it was a little tiny bit lackluster, so let's see what wetting it does, if anything. There's a lot of brightness there with some amplification. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay, so all I have left is mascara, highlight, and lipstick, so let me put on the rest of my face and then get back to you in a second with the kind of final result and the final thoughts. All right, and here is the finished look. I have added mascara, lipstick, and highlight on all of the points of my face, and I think it makes quite a difference. I actually really like the way that this turned out. I think it looks so cool. I was extremely hesitant with this color combination, but I don't know, you're gonna have to tell me what you think of it. I don't know, I think it looks really cool, and I'll probably film another video with this look on because I enjoy it. I think it looks really cool. I'm definitely gonna be filming a palette bingo with the Natasha Denona palette, so if you would like to see that one, it will be coming. Definitely subscribe so you don't miss it. I will also do many more palette bingos in the future, so again, if you enjoyed this video,
please stick around if you'd like to. If you want to check out Lethal Cosmetics, I will link their website down below. They are an indie brand based out of Berlin, Germany. You do get this really cool packaging right here if you purchase 12 eyeshadows, or if you purchase one of their pre-curated palettes. This one is custom by me. I bought each of these shades individually, plus one more that is somewhere else. I really like this. I think that the matte shadows blended beautifully. Even the two shimmers that I used looked really good. I did think I needed to work a little bit more with them. Again, I will link the website down below. If you liked this video, if you like palette bingos, I hope you give this one a thumbs up, and if you would like to subscribe for more content from me, for more palette bingos, please don't forget to do so before you go. All buttons are down below. And I think that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.